Hello, I'm Cassie. Welcome back to my allotment journey. I'm here today in my townside allotment where I've got 3 and a bit plots. So I've just earlier today finished filming the last episode that you may have watched at my riverside allotment. But on the other hand, I may end up putting this one out first. We'll see how it goes. So either way, it's a Thursday. It's mid to late October and it's quite late in the afternoon. There may be some noise disruption to this video because there's a group of teenage boys hanging out, as teenage boys do, on the fence down the bottom of this allotment, so they're making a bit of a racket, but life goes on. As it did at my riverside allotment, I was contending with compost bay building. Got teenage boys here. I think what I'm going to do today is just give you a tour of these allotments here. It's not going to be very long, but there's a lot. Whoa, a pigeon just flew right above my head. Yeah, it's going to be hopefully a quick one, but there's so much still growing here. This allotment is far from giving up for the winter, quite the contrary in fact, and it's just makes me so happy. Oh, so I'm not quite sure where I got to then. My friend Gabby came and we had a nice chat. So I'm going to carry on and give you a little plot tour while there is still some light. The good news is that while Kathy and I were chatting, the teenage boys have disappeared. So we have peace and quiet apart from the lovely birds. So there is so much going on in this allotment. Let me just show you some of it. So my cosmos is finally here. Like in my riverside allotment, it's finally starting to flower. I mean, that one looks a bit over already, but yeah, I've just got this massive cosmos at the top entrance to my allotment. And I've been waiting for ages for it to flower, and I'm just hoping that it manages. It's probably going to flower when I'm away, actually, which is very likely, but yeah, hopefully we'll get some lovely flowers before the frost. And then in this top bed here, let me just get some height there. Look at my beautiful Cavolo Nero. And these were tiny little plants that were leftovers. You know, I'd put some other ones out. Didn't really think they'd survive, and they're doing amazingly. I've had lots of them already. And then we've got some celeriac and celery, which is looking a little bit short, a little bit on the short side, but maybe it'll pick up. And then tucked in between here, I always like to just tuck things in. We've still got some tomatoes and they're still ripening and there's nothing wrong with them, so I'm just leaving them there. Yeah, I'm showing you before the quinoa. Woo, flower in the way. Quinoa. It's going through its various stages. So I'm sure at some point I need to pick that. Not quite sure when. And there's all my very dead sweet peas now. I've just been giving Kathy some seeds from them and taken some myself. Probably take a bit more because I think the ones that I took are probably rolling around somewhere in my car. And just here is another tomato plant. That one's actually I'll probably pick that one because it's almost ripe. Almost ripe at the end of October, and I'll take that one home to finish off ripening. So let's go through the cosmos jungle. Whoop. Oh dear, sorry about that. And here we've got, looking a little bit droopy because I've only just put them in, some overwinter onions. Now I think these were actually supposed to overwinter in a greenhouse or something, but do you know, last year I think I planted these out. They're shentre from when they'd when they'd sprouted from seeds, and they did very well. So I'm going to leave them in the ground and see if that happens again. And behind them, you can just see the bits of white where I've put some garlic in. My parsnips look to be doing really well here. And yeah, I did pull one out. It looked quite good, but they obviously need to go through the frost and a massive dock leaf in and amongst. My leeks are looking good, although some of them are looking a little bit weathered. But I'm going to take a couple of these home. I've had some leeks off this already. Just want to make sure I got enough left for Christmas. But yeah, I'm going to take some home to have with my tea tonight. And then on this side, I've got the world's largest radish. Look at the size. Look at the size of that. And some beautiful, very beautiful looking chicory that I don't actually like. So I'm just considering to plant a flower and looking how beautiful it is. And then I've put some more winter salads in that bed there. Behind those, I've now taken out all my pumpkins. They're finished. They didn't climb up very high, but I got lots from them. I'm going to have to do something else up the arches next year. Behind that, I've got my strawberry patch. And that's just sitting there as strawberry patches do normally in autumn, winter. Not some people's strawberry patches don't do that. Would you look at this? Look at those strawberries there. My next door neighbour's plot. It's not fair, is it? He's just so good at growing everything. He's a very lovely person too. My carrot bed is sitting there with various other weeds amongst it, but actually delivering up some lovely carrots. I gave some to another allotment neighbour, John, earlier in this week, and I've got some more leeks there as well. And here I've got some lovely brassicas really developing nicely, including my sprouts. Let's have a look under here. Yeah. Look at those sprouts. In fact, those are in danger of going over, those particular sprouts. Look at the size of them. I've got some smaller ones as well. So if I do decide to pick the sprouts before Christmas, then I should still have some other ones. But also in there, I've got some purple sprouting broccoli. I'll take some of that home for tea tonight as well. And some red cabbages coming along. And then, talking of cabbages, look at this one is pushing out of the net. I was just about to take the net off this set of brassicas a week or so ago, saying, oh, it's past the butterfly season now, and who should fly along? Just literally as I had my hands on the net, put a big cabbage white butterfly. What have we got in here as well? Here, yeah, you can just get a little view of my red cabbages coming along nicely there, and another one underneath that one. And I've got a Savoy cabbage there, more sprouts. Lots of sprouts. So if my daughter's watching, you can have lots of sprouts for Christmas. Right, what's going on in this bed here? This bed has got lots of weeds in it, but it's also got some onions, and they are starting to come up, I can see. So learning the lesson that I just learned from my last plot where I started to weed the onion bed, I'm going to not weed the onion bed at this moment because I'd end up pulling up onions. And this is my little surprise of my massacred brassicas have been eaten by loads and loads and hundreds of thousands of caterpillars, and really was just sticks. All that was left was sticks of them. They've actually started to put on some growth. And in fact, this one's got some tiny little sprouts. So that's amazing. Then down to one of my flower beds. So this dahlia is lovely, and is still flowering. Not much else actually in bloom on this side. Oh, look, actually, do you know, that's amazing. That little salvia there was not in bloom, and then I did some weeding around it earlier this week, and it's come into bloom. So I'm sure that's nothing to do with my weeding, but yeah, very nice. Oh my gosh, and this little salvia has put some more flowers out as well. But more impressive, oh, sorry, I nearly tripped over my own feet then. More impressive is this lovely flower bed. Let's see if we can get it all in one. So beautiful, absolutely loving it. There's my Eustacia Vi rose, and some more dahlias, lots of dahlias and daisies. They're not daisies, I know they're some persimmon. No, I can't remember what they're called. I'm not even going to attempt it. Look at these ones as well. I think I've shown you these before, but I love them. And some very, very bright red dahlias. I wouldn't normally, I don't know why I bought bright red dahlias, because I don't usually choose them, but they're looking very vibrant. And some more there, and these ones. So yeah, please would you hurry? I'm just hoping that the frosts are really late. And growing in amongst them, I've still got all the Mizuna spicy salad leaves that self-seeded from last year. So, oh no, I haven't finished. Yep. So my asparagus is still in this bed compared with the one in my riverside plot, is still much greener. So I'm not going to cut it yet. And then I've got a very healthy looking artichoke plant there, and one that's on its way out. And yeah, we're back to the leeks and the carrots. And that's a honeysuckle growing up there. So, oh, yes, what else to say is I have actually planted along where I had my peas. I'll show you down here. I've planted a zillion bulbs. So I'm very excited to see what comes up from there in the spring. Yeah, I think that's about it for this particular plot. I'm going to whiz down with you now to my new plot, the one with the shed. Oh, before we do, let's take a look at my lovely sunflower. The yellow sunflower. Whoa. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, and I've got some raspberries. I need to pick those. Some autumn raspberries. Right. Let's go see what we can see. So here we are at my, you see it's not far from my other plot. Got a little bowl of cosmos there, and some beans. I need some beans for tea tonight, actually. I'll pick those. So these are still giving really nice beans. I'm gonna have to go in my pocket because I put nothing to pop them into. Don't need a lot. Just as well, Cassie, you haven't got a lot. Ah, more around here. Oh my gosh, I've just seen. So there, where I've got some shallots in, I can just see the couch grass has just gone wild again. But anyway, let's not worry about that now because I ain't got time to be clearing couch grass. Beans. Oh, I can see some more on that one hiding. Oh, that's really good. Some more there. Yeah, nice lot of beans. And these are the additional celeriac and celery that I put in later than the ones I just looked at. And actually, I have to say, I think they look a bit healthier, to be honest. Maybe it's better soil that I've put down. And then in that netting there, we've got some more Cavolo Nero. I haven't fully utilised all of this plot. You can see that it's still got some plastic downlet, which I haven't been growing through because I only got this plot at the end of June, I think it was. Oh, and then yeah, more Cavolo Nero here, which you can see I've been taking some off, and some Romanesco broccoli. Now that is slightly underwhelming and slightly over, I think, but this one Let's have a look at this one, because I saw it the other day and it looked amazing. Do you know, I don't know whether to tempt fate and leave it for a bit longer. I think I ought to take the other one. I want to take one home. I'm going to take the other one. I just hope that one stays nice for next week. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So, see if I could probably break it. Oh, yes. Did it. There we go. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. I mean, it's not the freshest, but it'll do. I've really got no hands left at all now, have I? So I'm going to pop this on the wheelbarrow and hope I don't forget it. You see there for me? Yeah. Right, because I can see here we should have a few more beans. Beans means dinner. Yeah. Oh, just picked a nice one there and dropped it. I don't know where it's gone. That's disappointing. So we've got a few bollotti ones there. Oh, that's dried out nicely. I'll take that for the actual hard beans I want. No, not seeing many more beans in there. Probably are loads and I just can't see them. So this is the bed that is mixed full of all sorts of stuff. I actually planted beans and turnips, beetroot and spinach. And you can see some of the beetroot and spinach pushing its way there. The turnips are behind. I did look at them the other day, they weren't impressive. And then we've got butternut squash plants, which are not going to, let's be honest, not going to actually produce anything before the frost, but I haven't the heart to lift them. And then there's quite a few random tomato plants, which must have been seed at the end of June or beginning of July when I put the compost and everything down. So really ought not to have had a chance, but they have produced some nice tomatoes. I've even had some ripe ones off them so far. So yeah, that is a bit of a mishmash of a bed. But that's okay. I like mishmashes. Yeah, see some of the great tomatoes in there. They're going to be really good green ones, even if they don't ever get to ripe. And I might have to make a call next week about picking my leftover tomatoes. Got another lovely red cabbage there. Yeah, and my rhubarb. And the chilies. My outdoor chilies, which have done amazingly well. I'm going to pick that because I'm slightly worried it's going to get eaten. Yeah, a couple of chilies. Lots more on the plants. Look at them. I really didn't think these would do anything either. These, again, were just leftover plants. Now, here, we've got some rather sorry looking dahlias, I have to say. These were very much last minute dahlias, end of the row sale type thing. I've had some flowers off them, but not a great deal. And there's the blackcurrant bushes, which obviously nothing to say about them at this time of year. So that is my shed plot. I'm talking of the shed. We really ought to go into the shed and just check on everything in there. So it's getting, there we go. Okay, look at that. I am so proud of it. My pumpkins, my squashes, even my yellow courgettes. But look at those. Oh, wow. Just look at them. These ones are, I can know some names. I can actually remember some names. These are Queensland Blue. There's a crown prince. That's a polar bear pumpkin, as is that down there. Some more Queensland blues. Oh, I think actually one Queensland blue and one crown prince there. My onions. Some of my garlic. The rest at home actually. Some more shallots. And yeah, my uchiki curry pumpkins. Baby pumpkins. Jack be little. There's a straight patty pan there. Can't remember what those are. Crooknecks, I think. Oh, a rotten one. Oh, that's no good. We don't want a rotten one. And I'll just chuck that. Oh, it just smashed. Oh, that wasn't very clever. Never mind. Sort that out later. Yeah. So I am so proud of all of that. I really can't bring myself to eat them. I know I should. I will. But yeah, I'm actually going to take a little one home to have with dinner with the beans. It's dinner. I've forgotten that. I have forgotten my broccoli. Let's go get the broccoli. I'm just trying to work out, did I put my keys back in my pockets? Oh, juggle. Keys. Not the shed. Got broccoli. And I'll take that back to the bench, and then I will take you up to the final plot to see what's going on there. So I'm here at the top of the site at my third plot, and it has to say it's looking a bit tired, and who can blame it because it's produced so much this year. Let's have a look. Yeah. So still got some cornflowers peeping through my wildflower meadow, which has been lovely this year. I'm going to do that again next year. I've got a couple of raspberries. I'll pick them on the way back. The amazing pumpkin plant is still going, is even chucking out another little pumpkin. And yeah, I've had some more courgettes up right until now, but I think the courgettes might be fun. Look at this. Still going. Little yellow courgettes. I don't think those are going to mature. Oh my gosh. Another courgette over here. Oh. Can you believe it? Sweet corn is well and truly dead. But the tomatoes, which I picked most of the red ones of about 3 days ago, I've got loads of red ones on still. So yeah, absolutely masses and masses of tomatoes, and they are still ripening. They are not just red ones that have stayed on, they literally are ripening by the day. And I've not brought enough containers to pick them today, so I'm going to have to come back tomorrow, which is no great hardship, and pick a box then. So I think, yeah, all the rest of the squashes have pretty much given up the ghost, which is, I think we can allow them that. And my beans, sadly, collapsed. My beans collapsed in, well, I would like to say it was Storm Amy, but it was actually well before that. I think I've still got some Gigantes beans to, yeah, get dried off. There's a pod there. The rest are still drying on that, so that's okay. I think I've lost out on some more of the green beans from these, but I did have a lot, and I gave away a lot as well, so yeah, not to worry. I'm very happy with what I got. So that's about it from me today. I think we've seen everything there is to see. I'm just going to pick a few more raspberries and then head home and cook tea with all my lovely vegetables. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment to let me know what you thought and what you're doing on your allotment. So see you again soon. Bye bye. at my beautiful Romanesque cauliflower. I am so pleased with that. I'm going to pick that and have it for my tea tonight. So exciting. Actually worked for once.